Tensions between Israel and Palestine are on the rise. The Jewish holiday of Passover began on Friday, just 2 weeks after the start of Ramadan, the holiest time for Muslims. But the violence between the two groups did not stop. Over 150 people were injured at the Al-Aqsa Mosque located at the Temple Mount. More incidents have occurred this week, including molotov cocktails being thrown into the mosque this morning. And joining me now to discuss is Rabbi Yaakov Menken, Managing Director of the Coalition of Jewish Values. Rabbi Menken, welcome back. Always so great to see you. Let's talk a little bit more about these recent incidents and why you think that we are seeing this wave of violence now.
Well, as always, it's a look for a pretext. Whenever anything happens that they can use, whether it's a legal court battle as it was last summer, or the efforts by a group of extremists to bring a goat onto the Temple Mount and sacrifice it, that was a pretext for violence against the Jews. Now, it happens to be that, speaking as a religious person, we are not allowed to go and sacrifice an animal on the Temple Mount today for our own religious faith. But when you think about a matter of religious freedom, where is the threat? Where is the provocation? Where is the violent intent when a group of Jews come up on the Temple Mount and kill a goat? That's just not the way it's done for those who actually value freedom of religion. But these young men gathered in the Al-Aqsa Mosque prior to prayers early in the morning with violent intent. They brought in large boulders. They brought in firecrackers and other small explosives. And their goal was to throw those rocks, break the rocks apart, and throw them down on Jewish worshipers below to murder as many people as possible. It is not surprising, and in fact, the duty of any civilized nation to prevent that violence from happening, and that's what the Israelis did. Notice how the Arab media is now reporting that as Israeli violence unprovoked against innocent Arabs. It's simply not true.
Another thing I want to touch on, and something I know you know about as well, over the weekend, 3 Orthodox Jewish men were walking through Jerusalem's Old City. They were heading to prayer, and they were attacked by Palestinians. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, it's all right there on video. I have myself walked that path any number of times. It is through the middle of the Arab quarter, but again, we're talking about a civilized country and supposedly civilized people. It's like saying, I hate to put it in such drastic terms, but here in America, it would be like a white neighborhood saying black people can't walk through. It's that disgusting. And so here you had a group of Jews who were simply going through to pray. They had no desire to make any sort of political statement or provocation. There was none of that. They were just going to pray. And for that, they were attacked.
You know, something else happened today, actually, that I want to get your take on. Israeli police blocked what they say are far-right protesters from reaching the Damascus gate. Can you talk to us more about that and what that signals, how significant that is?
Well, there are numerous things that the Israeli government does not allow, but really, when you think of it from a simple matter of civil rights, ought to be permitted. Again, it really ought to be permitted for a Jew who wished to go up on the Temple Mount, even though religiously I would say that should not be done. As a matter of civil rights, of course a Jew should be able to go up on the Temple Mount and pray. But there isn't that level of religious freedom for Jews. Well, here similarly, they wanted to stage an entirely peaceful demonstration, basically saying, we have rights in this country, we get to walk peacefully here, you got to let us do this. And the police wouldn't allow it to happen because they were afraid of what the reaction would be and the violence that it would provoke from the other side, which is, again, looking for any pretext.
Rabbi, we have about 30 seconds or so left, but quickly, before I let you go, what else are you following?
Well, there's an interesting, I don't know if you've seen the scandal involving the Libs of TikTok account. It turns out that the Washington Post targeted an Orthodox Jewish woman, mentioned she's an Orthodox Jewish woman, and then denied that the fact that she's an Orthodox Jew was a personal detail. It's going on here, too. It's really that offensive.
Well, Rabbi, as always, great to have you on. Thank you so much for your analysis. We always appreciate it.
Thank you.